Well, as I was explaining you guys, I will need everybody in page 155 because we're gonna be learning about how we combine sentences. We have different ways to combine sentences by using relative pronouns, by using introductory phrases, by using participial phrases, semicolons, also correlative conjunctions, appositives, and so on, and conjunctive adverbs. So in that cases, guys, we have to know how we join both of them, how we join them. So the first thing that I want you guys to copy, the first thing that we're gonna copy is the following. How we combine sentence by a subordinating clause, okay? By subordinating one clause to another. So please take out your notebooks. Take out your notebooks, please. And you're gonna copy this exercise. First of all, you're gonna put it, you're gonna put rule number 1. The topic is, or the title is sentence combining. Sentence combining. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Rule number 1, introductory phrase or clause. Introductory phrase or clause. Rule number 1, introductory phrase or clause. And you're gonna copy this, guys. Look, you're gonna copy the example. This example, guys. Okay, this example. First, you're gonna copy the first sentence, then the second, and then you're gonna write all the sentence, the complete sentence. Over there. The 3 sentences, okay, the 3 sentences. Also, guys, try to identify with another color or with underline the subordinating conjunctions. This case, also, captain. Madison, we are in page 155 of your grammar book. And also we are copying this, Madison. Do you see the screen? Do you see what I put in the screen? Yes, you have to copy this, okay? All these paragraphs. Like it is. There are 2 sentences and another sentence that is like together. In your notebook, you have to copy. The title is sentence combining. That you have to put in your notebook, sentence combining, and you have to put rule number 1. Sentence combining, rule number 1, introductory clause or phrase. And then you have to copy these examples. Nicole, can you turn on your camera, please?
Yes, let me a second, Mr.
Let me know when you finish, guys.
Mr.
Yes, Nadia?
I have a question.
Yes?
Captain
Yes?
is underlined because it's begin another sentence.
Yes. Yes, it's because it makes you know that that's the other sentence,
So I put
basically.
it
But
in
captain
other,
is not even a subordinating clause, anything.
but I put it like that or no?
No, it's not necessary. Are you done, guys? Yes? Okay. So if you see, guys, in this case, we use a subordinating conjunction also to join two sentences. In this case, William Clark was not officially granted and Captain Lewis more or less ignored. This is like one of the basic form to combine sentence. When we join a one idea that is a like a complete clause or a independent clause with a dependent clause. So this is the first rule that we have to know. Rule number two, guys. Rule number two, using apostrophes, apostrophes. So you're gonna put rule number two, apostrophes. Rule number two, apostrophes. And you're gonna copy this example, guys. Sacagawea, this one, the first one. What you have to do, guys, in these cases, who was one of the Indian, this one, you may be underline it. You underline the positives. In this case, this one and this one. So just underline it or make it with another color. Rule number 2 are positives. Write example. Are you done?
So, Mr. The only thing that we have to do was to copy the first example and to
Yes,
underline
first
the
example.
positive.
Yes. Okay. Number 2, guys. Rule number 2. When we use appositives also to join more than one sentence. Imagine that we have this sentence. Sacagawea is one of the Indian wives of Charbonneau. Period. Another sentence. Sacagawea was a French fur trader. Period. Sacagawea accompanied an expedition as a translator. So we can have 3 sentences and we can join it by as one. How? By using an appositive, as using an appositive or 2 appositives. So how do we use appositive? Well, inside commas, and also we can place it with a relative pronoun. We can start it by a relative pronoun, or we cannot use it also, because we can say Sacagawea, one of the Indian wives of Charbonneau, and also is an appositive. It's still an appositive. Rule number 3, guys. Rule number 3. Participial phrases. Participial phrases. Let's copy the first exercise, please. This one.
We have to copy the tree.
Yes, Eunice. These three sentences, look. Also, guys, remember to underline the first one. Are you done? Yes. Okay. If you see here, guys, remember that participle phrases always will start with a verb. If you see here, in ing or in ed. There are the two cases when we use participles. When we have to describe as or when we are writing a subject. For example, if I say swimming is the best sport in the world, which is the participle phrase or the participle, in this case, word, swimming. And swimming is acting as a subject. So the particularity of a participle phrase is that always will be part of the subject. Okay? They will be acting as a subject. They never will be the verbs. Okay? In the sentence, they never will be the verbs. Remember, we cannot have, it's not the same, a present continuous than a participle phrase. A participle phrase always will be part of the subject. And, and a noun. Use it as a noun. So we can have two ways to have a participle phrase, as a subject or as a noun. Okay? I'm gonna put you an example. The best sport in the world is swimming. We have it in a different way. Swimming, in this case, what part of the sentence is?
Direct object.
Direct object. What is the best, or what is the best? Well, swimming. And also, we use it as a predicate adjective. As a predicate adjective, we are describing that swimming is the best sport. Swimming is the best sport. So always that you see a verb, guys, that is in ing and is not the verb of the sentence, that means that in the majority of the case will be the participial phrase. Or if you see it in the beginning of a sentence as a subject, also will be a participial phrase. When do we know? Well, a participle is when we just have the word, in this case, swimming or allowing. But if we have more than that, swimming, one of the best sports in the world, I don't know, and something else, and the predicate, what does that mean? That we have a participial phrase. Also, we can join two sentences by using a participial phrase. Let's see the next rule, guys. The next rule, it will be when we want to use relative pronouns. When we use relative pronouns, I'm gonna give you here, right here is the chart, relative pronouns. When we have at the beginning, and I will show you one chart. Here is here. This one, guys. Please, can you copy? I will try to. I will show you as an image. Write, guys, relative pronoun in your notebooks. Rule number 4, right? Or 3? 4, yes, 4. Relative pronouns. Relative pronouns. I will share right now the screen. You have to do this chart, guys. With this chart, we're gonna finish, okay? Always, guys, we can use also relative pronouns to join more than one sentence. For example, look here. He who overcomes his anger subdues his greatest enemy. Who overcomes his anger is another sentence. So we use this relative pronoun to introduce like a clause, like an apostrophe or something like that, in which we use who or any one of these pronouns to join more than one sentence inside the same one.
Like in the positives, we use relative pronouns.
Yes, sometimes it's not obligatory. Sometimes we cannot use it, but in some cases we can. Guys, you don't have to copy the example, okay? You just have to copy pronouns and usage. That's it. Pronouns and usage. Examples, no, you don't have to copy examples. Are you done, guys? Are you done, guys? Yes? Yes, okay. Here is rule number 5, guys. Rule number 5, correlative conjunction. Using correlative conjunction. Rule number 5, correlative conjunctions. We also can join sentences by using correlative conjunctions. This is basically as the other types of rules. The only way is that we're gonna use pairs of conjunctions. So please, correlative conjunctions, and write please all the pairs that we can have, okay? All the pairs of conjunctions that we can use.
Mister, but we have to write
Yes?
the meaning of
No, no,
correlative
no, 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 no.
conjunction or
No,
only the
just
pairs?
the examples. Yes, just the examples.
Okay.
Excellent. Is everybody done? Okay, guys, so I'm gonna leave you a homework. I'm gonna leave you the homework. I'm gonna leave you a homework to copy another chart that you are still missing of conjunctive adverbs. I will send it right now to your, I'll send it right now to the group, okay? For this day, you don't have homeworks of doing anything of the book because I'm still missing to explain another rules, okay? To combine sentence. So this week, you won't have homeworks on working on the book still, okay? Next week, yes. So that will be for today, everything, guys. Until next week, we're gonna leave you homework in the book. Today, I'm gonna leave you a homework, but in the notebook to finish copying a chart, okay?